Welcome to another animation
weekly recap. I usually
recap.
do the intro, but that's okay.
You
can do the honors this week.
I jumped in there.
Alone.
I jumped in there. I wanted to take it from you.
Hi, welcome everybody. We missed you so dearly. We hope you've had the best week of your entire life, and we know you've been anticipating this Friday so hard.
You're 7 of our favorite people.
Yes, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe because we could use all 7 of you.
Subscribe. I should be doing subscribe to the Pencilish YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's super duper fun there. There's some cartoons, and then there's a little bit of us just chatting animation.
Every week.
Oh my gosh, and every Wednesday I'm just dying to talk animation. Like it's my full-time job.
Dying. Yeah.
Dying.
It always, but you know what? You may not always be, and let's be honest, we're not always into it. We're like, I literally was just drawing. I turn here, let's do this.
Into it? I come every Wednesday eager to do this.
I was speaking for you. I was trying to be nice. But then we get into it, right?
So true. The cameras go on, the personalities come out.
All the fighting ends, and we just enjoy our time together.
Yeah, we're just like, shut up, and then start it.
All right, I got my coffee.
Obviously, I just have my Diet Dr. Pepper.
Oh.
So I'm feeling crazy.
Hey, I saw some new comments in there. Yeah, I love how all of our followers are.
Stop. Ew.
The dogs. They just lick and.
It's disgusting. My dog doesn't do that. She would never.
Well, these are pugs, and if anybody knows pugs, they shed a lot and they just lick.
They're so gross.
All the time. Lick the air sometimes.
Yeah.
Anyways,
what were you saying? You saw the comments. Sorry.
Yeah, the comments, and they are loving the tea. Ansley brought the tea today. That kind of thing.
Tends to bring the tea. Today's okay.
Yeah.
The news isn't crazy.
You can't make the news. You can only serve it.
You can only serve the tea. And it's all what you make of it. See, you might see a random, boring article. I see a way to make it tea. It's true.
You see gossip.
I see gossip.
All right.
So true. Anyways, what was it? Oh, Article 1.
Oh, Article 1. I didn't see this one.
This one's Cartoon Brew. Indonesian feature Jumbo shatters local animation records. Sorry.
Oh, I did hear about this one.
Yes.
I thought it was going to be about the person that passed away. I didn't know who that was, but
where?
Right up here.
Oh, that must have just dropped.
Yeah.
Must have been recent. You know, I get my articles the day before. It could be next week's. You never know.
Could be, yeah. But
anyways, in just 8 days of release, the new Indonesian animated feature Jumbo has smashed the country's previous theatrical animation records and become the highest grossing homegrown animated film ever released in Indonesia. Which is the world's 4th most populous country behind India, China, and United States, except like United States is like not it these days.
Well, I didn't know that though. I didn't know it was the 4th.
Yeah, so it beat the
country.
records on like their film from 2017, See Juki the movie, which was around 642,000 box office. Jumbo has more than doubled that in 8 days.
Wow.
This was yesterday. It surpassed 1.3 million. So
I saw another article, I'll just tag onto this, about this same movie. Because it did so well, it's looking at worldwide international release. And
yeah, it does get into that. It's
coming into the U.S. probably.
I didn't really see U.S., but it did say... Hold, please. They're scheduled to screen in Malaysia, Singapore, Brunei, Russia, Ukraine, and the Baltic states. So I don't think they're going to come to the U.S.
Jumbo.
Yeah, so it's actually a really cute story.
Yeah.
It's about Don, a boy who gets bullied and nicknamed Jumbo by his peers because of his chubby physique.
Yeah.
Wants to get even with the bully, but a spirit named Mary suddenly appears and asks for Dawn to help to reunite her with her family's spirits being in trouble.
Oh.
I think that was like
It feels like 2 very different stories going on at once.
It does, but I was all here for Jumbo, the little boy. He's so cute and chubby.
No, it's cute. It's a little bit Pixar, computer animation-y
I mean,
looking.
it kind of looks pretty good, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you add a picture, Philip?
Yeah, it's kind of cute.
I would say it looks pretty cute. The Jumbo kid looks adorable. And I think that alone is like a good plot, the Jumbo.
I wonder what it's called there. Like how many different ways you can translate that.
Fatso.
Yeah, it's like all these sort of put down words, and this one's the softer U.S.
You're so
Although
right.
this wasn't for U.S., so maybe that is.
Well, I don't know, but you're actually probably so right because apparently they're like, we're morbidly obese. I was just watching a video of this girl.
I was like, he doesn't look that heavy, actually.
He looks like a size medium.
I think I'm getting there.
Yeah, this girl was just there. This is a side note, but kind of adds to this, and was shopping. I don't know if you've seen the store names for like people that.
Oh, is this how you're working it into tea? Good, go.
Actually, yeah. I didn't even know this just came up. But like, their store names for like what Americans could fit into is like fat and chic and like chubby girly and like stuff like that. That's their store names. That's
the English words.
Yeah, that like called? They put over it, like where they like translate it. It's like you're so fat.
And all the expat people are going in there, right?
Yeah, well, and then she said that she's usually a size small in the U.S., so she's not even regular sized here. She said sometimes a medium.
Okay.
And she said there she's an XL.
Oh well. I can believe though, because like I go to Italy and I'm heavier than this lady. I know, I'll acknowledge it. But
I would hope you're bigger than a size small female.
Yeah. No, but I'm
Guys, stop licking.
I'm an XL here, but there I'm like a.
Wow, we're dropping sizes.
Yeah.
What's your weight?
Too high.
Weight and height. Let's look up your BMI.
I'm 6'4", so just put it into context,
6'4",
please.
XL at 6'4", so we're probably talking what, 250?
No, not that high. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm lower than that, but I'm getting there. Anyway, but with having an XL shirt here, it is like a 2XL on. Actually, they just don't. I mean, I'm talking about Italy right now, but like internationally, the sizes are smaller. What they think is an XL is not an XL in the U.S.
No, she said that their sizing there is small, medium, large, F. And she said, I can only assume F stands for fat. Like,
that's so funny.
Anyways.
It probably does, yeah.
So Jumbo.
It should just be A, American.
Literally, USA.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Jumbo is written probably about like an American boy.
He does look paler.
He actually looks extremely American.
Yeah, don't the other ones look a little more Asian than him?
Yeah.
Well,
they're a bunch of different races. It looks
Wouldn't that
like
be funny if that was the storyline?
He's an American boy.
Yeah,
I would go watch.
He's visiting or whatever. He's a expat kid, and
well, they do all look different ethnicities, so I don't really know. But he definitely looks to be a bit of a standout.
Almost Hispanic, maybe, but I can't tell.
No, that's because it's dark lighting.
They're kind of doing generic, but this kid on the left is definitely not.
Like, he's a local.
Yeah, and he's got a little.
I don't know. Now that the more I look at him, the Jumbo kid kind of does look the most American.
He's got very round eyes, like noticeably rounder eyes than everybody else.
They both have like pointy corners of their eyes. So does she.
But he doesn't. Jumbo doesn't.
No, Jumbo doesn't.
Jumbo does not.
Jumbo looks American.
He looks like he's American. I bet this is the biggest slam on the U.S. and they're laughing in the theaters the whole time.
No, they are. They're like, you're so fat over there.
Yeah.
LOL.
There's probably all these like jokes about U.S.
These fatties. No, probably.
It's so true, though.
I'd love to get my hands on the script.
They are not wrong.
No, they're not. I mean, there's a reason why we never fit into the clothes in any other country.
Yeah, I know.
It's not like...
They're not made for us.
Yeah, we're the minority.
We're the Big Mac.
Aren't.
Supersize me.
Literally, supersize me. I love a supersize. I'm just kidding.
I'm all supersized. Already. Years of it.
Anyways, breaking records. Just yet another country.
Yes.
Outdoing the U.S. like they usually do lately. It seems to be only chatter about all the other countries. Honestly, like when we started this like doing Animation Weekly Recap, it was like what's in the U.S. news. Now all the news are about U.S. shutting down, and then the actual box office and stuff is only other countries. Recognize.
The world is on fire. I'm telling you. In the United States. It's just nuts how everything is upside down and backwards now.
It is.
Especially in animation, but film in general. I wrote an email today to somebody, and it was really kind of like, I finally just said it. I said, why don't we team up and we make basically like an independent Pixar, and we create a slate of films. We do them at a low price.
You literally did that. You created an independent Pixar.
We just did what?
Why don't we just do it?
Yeah.
It's done.
Yeah. No, I mean, you're saying just in general Pencilish, but I was talking about feature films, so I was comparing to Pixar.
We're making a feature film right now.
I know, but I'm a slate.
Why don't we just do it?
No. I'm not just talking about one-off though. Like we have to do a slate of them to really kind of put your foot on the map.
Yeah, for sure. Let's do it. But you already have it.
Yeah.
No need to create it.
Here's my point. We should be able to make $20 million and less animated feature films. And yes, I said it. And in Europe, they're going, if I had $20 million, they'd make 5 movies. They'd still think that was high.
Well, the price, the household income and stuff, like we get paid more. It costs more to live here.
I know. It's going to be a smaller group working on it, and that's very possible. And you're going to send stuff overseas, honestly. You have to but they're already doing that. So, like, if we want to stay busy here in the U.S., because the development phase is not going out the door. They're keeping that in the U.S., and already most of the studios, that's the majority of who they have. Quit looking at the dogs.
I'm sorry. They're literally, she's looking inside his ear and it's really grossing me out.
Oh, don't look at it. I mean,
I can't stop hearing it.
They do it all the time. I don't.
It's literally
I don't get involved. I just, you used to do really weird.
I'm a bit nauseous. I wasn't looking inside an ear. No.
Gross things. Let's be honest. Anyway, I won't talk about it, but
I'm literally perfect. I don't know what you're talking about.
Your nose is very clean. I'll give you that. That was a hit.
Are you talking about my nose picking? I still do it.
Oh my gosh. That's gross. Oh my gosh. No.
I'm not licking inside an ear.
TMI, please. Can we just... Yeah.
You said it.
And it's your nose. It's not your friend's nose. So that is a difference. I hear you.
I know what's up there.
Let's go on to the next news thing. My point, I think I made it, and I'm moving on.
I honestly had zoned out.
We need to work more efficiently in the U.S. and keep the business here. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, great point. Love where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Who were you emailing just trying to start a new company with?
I don't want to tell the world yet. I mean, this is just a new thing, so.
Right.
And it's not starting a new company. I keep this company. I'm just saying. Distribution companies.
Bring the work to Pencilish.
Yeah, right. Exactly. We need distribution still. That's all.
Oh, you want to partner with a distribution company?
Yes, basically.
I see.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yep.
Anyways, Article 2. Film editor Mark Keefer. All work is admirable and honorable.
A guest column.
Yeah, so I guess he posted on Facebook.
Here's a picture of Mark. Good looking guy. We're about that same age, I would say.
Nice. You got 10 years on him, but yeah.
Oh, do I might actually. I don't know.
Mark Keefer is a 5-time Emmy-winning and 3-time Golden Reel winning film editor who's... Why'd you do that?
I don't know. I hit something by accident.
Oh, no.
Go ahead.
Whose credits include the Garfield movie, Netflix's Over the Moon, Disney's Planes, and the VeggieTales franchise. Recently, Mark pinned a social media post about a temporary job that he has taken to tide him and his family over during this exceptionally slow period in the animation industry. The post has gone viral, resonating with many film and TV industry workers who are experiencing similar situations in the industry. Of furthering the conversation around this important topic, Cartoon Brew is sharing Mark's story here with his permission. Over to Mark. Wait, let me just make sure it's still recording after you do that. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is Mark's Facebook post.
You gonna read the whole thing?
Oh, let me see how long it is.
Yeah, it's pretty long. You don't want to read the whole thing. Can I give you the gist and we can just sum it up? So Mark, I know Mark. We just worked with him, and he's done stuff with Pencilish.
He's working with us right now.
He is, and unfortunately, not full-time work because we're gonna get to that in a second. And so he's an editor, like he said. One of the last films he worked on was Garfield. the Garfield movie, and but has done a lot of things.
Seriously, like one of the nicest guys ever.
Super nice. Lives here, just near us. He's probably a
Nashville.
mile or two away, and that's why it makes him. I love that he's here, and he's been here in Franklin, Tennessee area. I don't know, a couple years, 3-5 years, something like that. And anyway, he posted on LinkedIn that, hey, I have to admit, I've been looking for work, and he'd been putting posts out there that he's available for work. Does anybody need an editor and that kind of thing? And he then just put out this post on LinkedIn, and he was just totally transparent and said, I'm working at Trader Joe's now. I had to take another job just to, and I'm still editing from time to time. And he may have even mentioned us, but like, we don't have full-time gig for him. We're just kind of going to him kind of surgically to keep the budget low and just like when we need him kind of thing. And I'm sure a few others are doing the same thing. But unfortunately, he's struggling, and that blew up, and that so many people came on there, like executives at animation studios and stuff. I might be right behind you. I'm days away from that. Like that kind of talk. And I think really it brought a sense of peace in some ways. Mm-hmm. And really he wrote it in a very good way, where how it was a humbling experience for him to go work at Trader Joe's and stuff. But he soon realized how much, because we're in Nashville too, how many talented people he worked with that were like, musicians and engineers and things like that. And they're doing the exact same thing because they need to. Mm-hmm. And that he's not really alone. Most of his coworkers were not that different from him. Right.
It's sad. So I'll just read the last like 2 paragraphs. It says, when I finish a shift there, I'm spent. It's like an 8-hour workout, but it's a good tired. I know I laid it all out there to get the job done and continue to feed my family until I can move on to the next film. I'm so thankful for this Trader Joe's crew. The reason for sharing this now is I want to tell all of you out of work film people, it's okay to go find something to do to make your month work. It's admirable, it's honorable, it's respectful. Do not ever be ashamed of taking care of you and yours, even if it's temporarily taking you out of your comfort zone. Literal cheers. Like I've chills and tears.
I know. Yeah, cheers. It's kind of cheers.
It is cheers.
Cheers
like
and
cheers and chills.
No, I get it.
Oh my gosh, should we just start a new slogan?
I think that is.
Cheers.
I have cheers.
I have cheers too. That was so sweet. He's literally the nicest guy ever. I met him briefly at Animation Y'all. He came up and introduced himself, because we'd like been in emails through working and stuff, but I never met him in person. He was just so nice.
He is.
And I could tell he was just like really excited to be there, and like still loves what he does, but he was telling me about Trader Joe's too. And honestly, like it's a pride thing too. Like that would be really hard to step back after somebody who's had like a whole career in like imagine you doing that, like someone who's had a whole career in the animation. It would be hard for me, and I've worked 5 years out of college, just to be like, oh, I'm going from a career job to working a storefront, like retail, like that would be hard. But he swallowed his pride just to like feed his family. Like you said, it's honorable, respectful, admirable. I love it.
It is admirable.
It's a really sweet post. You guys should go to Cartoon Brew and read the entire thing. And just check out Mark Keefer, because he's a really cool dude. He's really great at what he does. His resume speaks for himself. So,
and that's Keefer with a K. Mark Keefer. Can't say enough about him. And really, like I just went to his house and did the editing that we needed. He was making an animatic for this proof of concept piece that we're doing for the film. And he's great at sound engineering too, because he used to do that before he became a film editor. And so him knowing both those things is amazing, because we just did scotch lines right there in a little closet that he had. And
that's cool.
It was a real kind of like just spur of the moment kind of thing, but then he could cut it in there, he could mix it, he could kind of clean it up. He knows all the stuff.
Yeah.
So
he's like really good.
He's kind of perfect for like an indie company like us, or multiple indie
he's a jack of all
companies.
Trades.
Yeah.
Well, great guy, and it's really cool that his article was on Cartoon Brew. So
there's so many people that needed to hear that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I it's scary. I hear stuff every day, and I think California is where you're really hearing it. A lot of it's coming out of there. And I know Mark, he moved here from California, so those are a lot of his people too. And he's done some film and TV and animation and live action stuff. So he probably knows both sides a little bit. Both groups.
Well, and I can't imagine. I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, I know, and
I had something good.
And his kids are mostly grown, if I remember right. I think they're all out of the house, which is great. I'm sure that's a huge blessing. And I think the move here was a step up for them. And probably if they had debt, hopefully they paid it off. If they had a house there, hopefully they sold it, made money, and were able to get, a less expensive.
Let's not get into his personal finances.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's why a lot of people have moved here.
Yeah.
So that I'm sure that was a part of why they came, right?
I remember what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I was going to say I'd imagine being in the animation industry feels a bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Like lonesome, because you're just like reading the Cartoon Brew and the animation magazine, and you're not really getting like the full concept of what's going on, and you're like, maybe I'm unemployed and this sucks. Like everybody else is working on all these films and all this stuff. So I'd imagine it felt like you felt recognized reading that.
Sure. That's a good way of saying it. Yeah. Because I think a lot of us do work from home.
Or like they call it now, feeling seen.
Yeah, feeling seen. Yeah. I like recognized. That's good.
Well, I just thought that was a really sweet article.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that. That was a great guy. And I know that I'd heard, he told me actually, I saw him at a premiere for King of Kings.
Right.
And that was here in Franklin. And he came to that. I saw him, and they had just, Amid over at Cartoon Brew, had just reached out to him, and he was telling me, yeah, I just got that LinkedIn post blew up, and now Amid wants to reprint it. And I'm like, dude, that's awesome. I think you're just
hopefully
helping so many.
That could help him find work too.
Well, it's definitely, it's a form of marketing. So yeah, I mean, definitely that it's going to help, I hope.
Yeah. Anyways, just a quick Article 3. Not too much, but I just thought it was sweet. A Goofy movie stars reunite in new 30th anniversary road trip video.
I haven't seen this video, but I've seen the picture, and I knew they were...
I've seen the video.
So did they film it?
It's like a 7-minute video.
Is it officially like for Disney that they did it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They like go through like talking about favorite stories and just like life and what it was like making the film and all this stuff. It was really cute. It's like a 7-minute video.
Yeah.
So it's at the end of the article. So that'll be attached.
Disney's doing it up. I don't even think Lion King got this much attention on its anniversary as Goofy movie is.
Everybody loves Goofy movie.
It's true.
I thought it was really sweet. Well, it's got Jason Marsden, who is a voice in Juju Brain, right?
Yeah.
Our series, and he was the voice of what was Goofy's son?
Max Goof.
Max Goof.
Yeah, and he's Juju's dad in our series.
Yes, in our series, he's Juju's dad. So it just goes into like what they did.
He also worked on Dead Sea Squirrels. He's the voice on one of the main characters.
Right, that's right.
And I brought him into that because I was attached. So.
Yeah, and I guess they have another thing coming out called Not Just a Goof, a new documentary exploring the untold story of it.
I can speak to this. I just watched it. It came out 2 days ago.
Yeah, 2 days ago.
Yeah, as of this recording. Awesome. It's amazing. Yes. And matter of fact, we're going to do a podcast probably with Kevin Lima, the director of a Goofy movie, and hopefully Jason. And we're just trying to put it together now, so I'm not sure I'm going to get everybody, but Jason is a yes. We just got to schedule it.
Because I loved that movie.
And Jason's a nice guy, really nice guy.
Yeah, he was also at Animation, y'all.
Yeah. I'll tell you though, you got to watch that behind the scenes. And I texted Jason. I watched it, and I literally took a screenshot of my TV as I was watching it, sent it to him, and it's him during that time. Whatever was it, 30? Yeah, 30 years ago. He was adorable. He is so cute. Still looks very similar.
He looks really young.
He has not changed a lot, but I'm just saying, boy, back then, 30 years ago, and he was, I'm going to say...
He said he was 18.
18. I was going to say 20. Okay, but yeah, so he was very young still, but man, he was gorgeous.
Was he?
Yeah, he looked like a movie star.
Are you like into him?
I'm just a fan. Blink, blink.
Oh gosh. Well,
no, I told him. I said you are gorgeous.
Did you say you were?
I said we were /are. So I was saying both then.
Did he respond?
Oh yeah, he did. Of course he did. And then I followed up with
You
like,
guys
and
are
I want to
super
do
tight.
it. Well, we are pretty tight, but yeah.
Then you said I want to do a podcast,
Yeah.
and he didn't respond.
No, he said yes. We're just trying to schedule it.
Right. There's a scheduling issue.
Right. Not an issue. We're just working
Anyways,
on it.
I did watch that, and it was super cute.
Oh, shoot.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, that's Tony Bancroft.
Take your personal
I'm
phone
gonna
off.
send him to voicemail. Sorry, Tony.
We have to leave our phones on silent.
I
This
forgot.
is important.
Didn't know.
Anyways, go check that out, and I'll go watch this documentary. But
Yeah.
we forgot to end with comments last week. So
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. That's
yeah,
cool. I'm
it
glad
was
you
your
remember.
idea.
I know.
Well, I remember my late night, like wake up at 3 a.m. stress thought was, we didn't do the comments last week. Literally last night.
Really?
I was like, we have to do the comments this week.
Oh, I love the heart behind that.
I just care so much. Anyways,
She really
April
meant
4th. Comments. So
All right. Is this from what, the last episode?
this is
Or
from the
this-
last, well, obviously not today's.
I was just saying,
How
or
would
is
you
it
do that?
random? I was thinking, is it further back or was it the last
No,
episode?
I usually do one from the last
Okay.
episode.
Okay.
So I do see that Dave McDonald's looks like one I would want to read because it starts with piping hot tea, but we've already read his, so I can't. Oh, I kind of like that one, even though it's just like,
Is this about you?
well, no, it just says Animation Weekly Recap. Tea. It must be Friday. I love that.
Well, say who said that?
Ross Ox. But okay, I'll find another, a real one.
Rossocks? I don't know. Rossach. This is, I don't know.
Okay, Brian Diskin. The Coyote is suing Acme for faulty products. No road runners were harmed in the making of this film. Good to find out the...
No, I saw a few people correct me. Remember, I made a guess at what the
the
movie
murder.
was about.
We said it was murder.
I went pretty far.
We're just looking for the tea. That's the facts.
Yeah, this makes way more sense that it's...
Says it's based on
Yeah.
a New Yorker magazine satire from 1990. This comment created by ChatGPT, in parentheses, joke.
joke.
That's funny.
Yeah. Well done.
Yeah, so
It didn't surprise
appreciate
me.
that, Brian. We actually
Thanks for the correction.
good to know it's not murder. It didn't make sense that would be a kids film. So like,
Yeah.
we should have
It seemed a little broad.
recognized.
But I was starting to think, okay, Moosh, we hear you. I was starting to think, well, maybe it's a little more of an adult audience. Maybe they went there. I don't know. I don't know where I heard that rumor, but I just
Well,
went with
to
it.
be honest, I like yours more. But that's it. Mm-hmm. All right, folks. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us on this amazing Wednesday, but a Friday to you.
Mm-hmm.
We hope you have a great weekend. And don't forget, this weekend is the Masters. So get your golf gear on, turn on your TVs, and welcome to the beautiful Augusta, Georgia.
You're going to watch that?
Of course.
I know you've gotten into golf.
I had a party planned, but I canceled because I'm too busy.
a party for the Masters?
Yeah.
How boring.
The decor that you can do for the Masters, it's amazing. But I canceled.
What a thing.
But yeah. Anyways, love ya.
Love ya.
Bye.
If you like what you just saw, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel, Pencilish Studios.